Subscribe to my study channel and press on a bell icon to get latest video on Python, data science and machine learning. Alright everyone, so let's continue our discussion on dictionary data type. So in the last video we have defined one phone book dictionary where I just kept my friend's phone number like John's phone number, Alice's phone number and a Bob phone number. And in our variable explorer also we have phone book variable got defined. So let's just continue ahead and let's say if you want to grab the John's phone number, you can just simply use like a phone book, bigger brackets and just keep John. So here John, Alice and Bob are kind of key, or you can say index. So earlier we were trying to access everything based on this positive or a negative indexing like a 0, 1, 2. Now in this case we have some more custom options of dictionaries available with us. Same way you can grab for let's say Bob also. So it's a 111. Now instead of this capital letter B, I'll just make small letter and let's see what it will return. So it has written as the key error. That means every single key is a case sensitive and this Bob is a different from this Bob. So it indicates that every single key has to be a case sensitive and you have to provide the proper name. If I just try to do let's say some weird stuff, let's say Johnny, so still I got a key error that indicates that Johnny as a key doesn't exist in my phone book. So this is the one way you can grab the individual values corresponding to the key you supplied. Other way you can use like a methods. So there are few methods are available. Let's use the one get. And if you just supply here, let's say John, exactly the same result you got. Let's try with the Johnny here and let's see what we'll get. So it is Johnny and I got nothing. That means it's a none. So there is a difference between getting any values this way, because in this way you will immediately get the key error exception, whereas here you won't get key error exception, instead of that you get none. Alright, let's see some more matters. Let's say we want to just list down every single keys. So there is a functions available like phone book dot keys and let's just execute it. So John, Alice and a Bob. Same way if you want to get let's say values, so all those phone number it will list down 555, 444 and a 111. We have a let's say items also. So item, suppose item will print. So every single thing in a dictionary it will print. Now we can iterate over this item. Although we haven't learned about those looping mechanism yet, but I will show you how you can do it as of now. Although we will go into much more detail in our upcoming videos. So let me just keep let's say phone in. So what I am doing here, I am just iterating over every single values available in this phone book items. And let me just print individual phone and let's just execute it. So now you can see every single value is kind of tuples. Based on this bracket you will be able to understand that this is bracket. Now if you want to get the very first one only, so it will just list down John, Alice and a Bob. Same way if you want the second values also. So John 555, Alice 444 and Bob 111. Alright, Let's see few more methods which we can apply on this phone book. So phone book, what we can do more, you can clear every single thing from here. You can create a new copy of your object. You can even pop. So pop, but we need to supply something in a pop. Let me just, so it is expecting key, that which key you want to remove from this pop. So let's say I just want to remove the John's phone number. So I'll just do supply John here. So it has written 555, and if I just try to execute or phone book again, you can even verify from here that John doesn't exist now. I have just Alice and a Bob phone number only. Let's say I want to add John phone number again. So there is a methods. Let's say we have a, I think, update method, or other ways also you can do it like this way. Let's say John. So let's say now numbers will be, let's say, 000. Alright, so you can see John. So it has truncated to 0. So if you want all 0, you have to put it into a kind of string format. That's okay for now. Now suppose if there is already Alice exists, if I want to update the Alice number, so I can use like phone book Alice. Now instead of 444, let's say 777, and you can see Alice phone number got updated. Now suppose you want to grab whether keys exist in this phone book or not. So as of now we have a 3 keys like Alice, Bob and a John. So it will return either true or a false. So let's say I'll just keep Alice in and phone book dot keys. So it has written true. That means Alice exists as a phone book. If you just try to do this much only, let's see what happens. Again true. So by default, when you are trying to searching in a phone book, you are searching in a keys only. If you try to do, let's say, Alice 1, it has written false. That means Alice 1 doesn't exist. So when this is going to be helpful, because suppose you are dealing with some large dictionary objects and you don't know which are the keys exist. So if you want to know at a beforehand programmatically whether if some key exists, then only you need to take some action. So in that case, you can use this kind of expression in a if condition. So although we haven't learned about this if, in upcoming videos we are going to tackle the next section on mostly on a branching and a conditional statement and all those things. Alright, we can even grab something is available in a values also. So let's say whether 555 in phone book exists or not. So phone book dot values. Now in case of values, just cannot expect that something it will search in a just phone book, because by default it will be in a keys it will search. So 555 false, it doesn't exist. If I just do, let's say 111, so it's a true. That means it exists. So most of the things we have gone through. Now one more thing I want to show you, that in this case, let me just select this one. All the keys are string in nature, but suppose I want to keep this string, let's say 456, and if I just execute, will it accept? Yes, it perfectly accepts. Now I have keys like 456, Alice and a Bob. Suppose instead of Bob, I just want to keep some list 3, 5, 6. Will it accept? Oops. So list is not acceptable as a keys. As a key, you can pass all those basic data type, but not advanced data type. So let's say here you can pass like a true Boolean data type, and let's see. So it's perfectly acceptable. True is equal to 111, Alice 444, and 456 as a key, and it will be a 555. Suppose if you want to access this 111 or the values available at a true, so it will be a phone book. So it's a 111. Alright, so a lot of things we have learned in this video about the dictionary object, and that's all about this video. If you are totally new about the dictionary object, I suggest you to do practice, because this is one of the very important data structures available for any programming language learner, because every time you are going to use this one. So that's all about this video. See you into next video. We will see something more and cool thing, how you can skip the execution of your Python program in the upcoming videos.